Control is an illusion. Does anybody here feel like you're fully in control? My name is Linda Jensen, and it's an honor to be here today at the Historic Bankers Club in Mexico City. My life didn't begin in privilege, but in pain and survival. Life was full of fear, addiction, and violence. My dad was mentally ill. He was violent. I'd see him punch a hole through a wall, and he used that same violence on us kids. My mother was mentally ill. She was an addict, she was an alcoholic, and she terrified me as a child. I honestly thought she could kill me by looking at me. That was life. I was the oldest of four, and I became the protector. I would gather my little brothers like a hen gathers their chicks. I learned to cook before I could multiply. And my job was to keep everybody safe. And I thought if I could just control everything, I could do that. I could keep everybody safe. We would hide in closets. I would do everything I could to try to protect my brothers. And then something wonderful happened to me that really was the first moment in my life that changed. A friend invited me to a good news club. And that's where I heard about Jesus for the first time. I didn't understand theology, but I knew this. I needed saving, and Jesus could save me. And that moment was wonderful. That was my first flicker of hope. But the storm still came. And there was a lot of darkness. And by 19, I didn't want to live, to be honest. I was so broken. I was so crushed. I was in so much pain. I didn't have the desire to keep going. But God intervened again. And I'm thankful that I'm alive today. I married my soulmate, my best friend, my safe place, my husband, Brad. We built a life together and had a family. But I didn't realize that trauma and that fear was still controlling me. I was parenting from trauma, and I didn't know it. I was still trying to keep everybody safe. And I attended a spiritual retreat. No husband, no kids. I was so happy. And on Saturday night, we had a quiet time of prayer and meditation. And God spoke to me so clearly and so directly. And what he revealed to me was I was still trying to control. But that control is an illusion. And what I realized in that moment was I had to give up that control. And I really had to have faith and trust and learn to surrender and just let it go. And I really believe that's the most important decision I ever made in my life. Not that it was easy. And many years, I'd have this picture of myself putting prayers on an altar. And when I turned around, I was dragging them back with me. And it took me a really long time just to let it go. But I'll tell you what, that is tremendous freedom, just to let go. So I'm in business. I run Hart Financial Group. And I help business owners control what they can, which isn't much, is it? I mean, what can we control? We can't control the economy, nothing, pretty much we control. But I help them control what we can. But I have to close with this. I think there's something much more important than our wealth or our status, and that's how we share love. Because love is eternal. Love builds, and love can change everything. And I really believe that selfless love, real love, and God's redemptive love can change everything. Thank you. Thank you so much.